switch.
Will you all please join me for the Pledge of Allegiance? I pledge
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Can I get a roll call?
Mr. Hubner?
Yes, here.
Mr. Rogan?
Here.
Ms. Smith? Here. Supervisor Williams?
Here. Okay, first on tonight's agenda is a presentation. We are joined here tonight by Barbara Barosa, who is Commissioner of Putnam County Planning, Still Development, and Transportation. So, Barbara, the floor is yours.
Thank you. I'm very pleased to roll out this program. It's been a long time in coming. We have been researching methods of improving our public transportation, and we are...
Barbara, one second. Paul, are you getting this? Does you need the mic closer?
Yeah.
Sorry, Barbara.
Sorry. So we've been looking into ways to improve our public transportation for more than a year now. In particular, the Patterson area. Right now, it's served by a fixed route, Part 3. So our current public transportation system has 4 different parts, basically serving the eastern part of the county. The western portion of the county, Putnam Valley and Phillipstown, have no service. Typically, the more rural areas have lower ridership. Part 3 in particular has been underperforming for us for many years. So we are looking at a new program. It's called microtransit, or on demand. It basically works as a Uber, similar type service. It's a shared ride service where you call and arrange a ride. And it's basically done by usually an app. It could also be a phone call or web-based. You schedule a ride, and they're picked up in the service area and taken to their destination. Patterson, we are going to roll out a pilot of this program to see how it improves our system. We have made an award to a contractor called VIA. VIA is a national company. They have over 700 similar types of services that they offer around the country, and they also offer it internationally. I think it's 50 some countries that they are currently servicing. So as far as how it will work, our Part 3 service will be eliminated, but we are going to incorporate all of the town of Patterson into the service area. So basically, anyone in the service area can now reach public transportation. I know not everyone sees it right now, but currently there's a map in the brochure that I gave you of the current fixed route system. So it basically shows the red line if you have the map. Now we are going to pick up everywhere in that service area, including the unreached areas. So we're hoping that we increase our ridership, increase the availability of access for seniors, for people who aren't able to drive, and improve things for your residents.
Okay, so if I'm somebody in need of public transportation, how do I find this app? How do I get the phone number?
So it will be through our website still when the system rolls out. So currently we made an award to VIA. We're working out the contract. The contract has not yet been signed. So we are going to be rolling out this program over the next 12 weeks once the contract is signed. So typically, we're looking probably beginning of December when service starts. In that time in between, we're going to be going to the senior center, to the libraries, trying to reach people who need to learn how to use this. going on our current Part 3 and explaining it to the people that are currently using it, how they have to change things moving forward. But the app you download, similar to Uber, you create a profile, and you basically pick a destination and a location for pickup, and they will tell you the best times of when they could pick you up. So if you have to go to a doctor's office by Putnam Hospital, because this will get people over to Putnam Hospital for 3 o'clock, it will tell you we can pick you up at 1 o'clock and get you there for 2. We could pick you up at 2 o'clock and get you there for exactly 3. So it gives you a range. It will also provide information for long-term trips, like longer trips. If you want to go down to New York City and get picked up, it will tell you. It will tell you you can.
It's working.
Okay, so it will provide information as far as that you can take it from Brewster train station or from Southeast or Patterson train station, tell you the times, and then tell you which train you have to take down to the city.
So no direct rides to JFK?
No.
All right.
Barbara, could I ask a question?
Sure.
So how many vehicles will be servicing the Part 3 area?
So we are starting with 3 on the road with 1 spare. With peak hours, we anticipate possibly contracting with the local taxi companies to see if they could pick up any, if the need is there for additional riders.
So if us living in the Part 3 area needed to get to Putnam Hospital and booked the ride, typically on Part 3 you would have to do a transfer at the plaza and take 1 over to Putnam Hospital. Will you still require a transfer, or would it be direct?
This we're doing direct. We are allowed to select specific destinations that we want to provide. So Putnam Hospital we are selecting as a preferred location that they take people to.
So is the ultimate goal, if this actually works out, to do the same with 1 and 2 and 5?
We're going to analyze that. We actually are thinking about possibly rolling it out in underserved areas, Phillipstown or Putnam Valley.
So, sorry, just one more question. My mic? Hers.
Yeah, sorry.
Did it cut out?
Yeah, no, that's
Sounds like it's working.
sorry.
If I had an issue as a client, would I be able to still call into the dispatch of the county to have to troubleshoot?
You can call into, there is going to be a specific reservationist with VIA for call-ins for any issues, if there's questions on where's my driver, or if they want to schedule a ride.
You could call into the dispatch and they would help you?
It's not going to be the MV dispatch.
Right.
They'll have a VIA.
Oh, okay.
They call it a
So-
reservationist, not a dispatch, but same thing.
Yeah, so while this program is going, are we still using the Part 3 with
No.
MV?
No, Part
Okay.
3 will no longer
So
be running.
It'll be done with.
Yes.
Part will continue, though. Other places.
The other
Well, there's
parts,
1, 2,
and
and
5.
Yeah, right, understand.
Yeah.
How is there success in like a rural area from what you guys gather?
So we have, actually, I included it in the brochure. Suffolk County rolled out a similar pilot out in the Hamptons, which is pretty rural, and they actually doubled their ridership within a year, and now they've increased, they added 3 additional locations where they're having microtransit serve
I
their
could see that happening because the Part 3 doesn't actually get into the, say Cornwall Hill or, old Route 22, and you really don't have any way of catching that bus other than maybe going to the Acme Plaza. And it's really not a walking distance for most people. So it was a good choice, the 3, because the ridership is low because there's really not ability. In fact, I don't think that they were running the 3 on the weekends. They were
No.
only running 1, 2, and 5 on the weekend.
So that will be an increase in service to the area. We will be running on Saturdays
Yeah.
now.
Oh, that would be good. Yeah.
Great. Any questions from the audience? Oh, Barbara, spoke too soon.
I'm a little slow. Bruce Major, 166 Somerset. I have a couple of questions. Do you have an idea of how many individuals actually ride? Not the number of trips, but the number of individuals that are actually using the service.
Currently, it's under 100, I
I'm sorry?
believe. It's under 100.
Under 100. Okay. And how do you plan on notifying those 100 people about these changes?
We are going to put notifications on all of the park buses so that they can see it that way. We're going to put it on our website. We're going to put notifications in public libraries. It's a long process. We're going to hold public hearings.
Truthfully, the website probably won't be as good as actually handing somebody, when they get on the bus, that information. Many of the people that are using the service don't have cars. They may not have access to computers at home. So the website sounds great, but I think, seeing it's only 100 people or so, that personal handing out of that information in both Spanish and in English, because I see, we have a dual population here, and I think you need to take that into consideration. Thank you.
So, Barbara, just to piggyback off of what Bruce said, I think that currently most of Part 3 is a call-in service. They have to calling in to let the driver know of the pickup. There are a lot of them on calls, except for maybe the plaza has a scheduled time. So if I'm standing at the corner of 311 and 22, I would need to call the dispatcher.
You knew what they're saying.
So at that time, maybe MV should be a little more active in when they take the call-ins to let them know. Oh, sorry. Yeah. So maybe we could ask MV to be, a little more proactive with letting them know and handing out the information. I know that the drivers are very familiar with their passengers. It's a very hometown type of service that they have, so I'm sure there won't be any issue with getting the message out.
A lot of them come into our office
Yes.
as well to buy their bus passes.
Yes.
So we'll be able to notify them.
Yes, I happen to have worked there. So I know a lot about the system.
What's the cost difference going to be?
For the pilot,
Part compared to this pilot program.
the pilot is going to be a little more expensive on if it stays static. Current ridership stays the same. It will cost more. If we do increase ridership, the cost will go down. So we will be hopefully reducing our cost.
Okay.
Thank you.
Anyone else?
Thank you.
Well, Barbara, it sounds like an exciting new program coming out of the county that's going to provide better service to the residents of Patterson. So thank you for that. Thank you for coming in and explaining it.
All right, thank
Thank
you.
you very much.
All right, somebody like to audit some bills?
Sure. Sorry. I'll make a motion to approve abstract number 15 dated August 16th, 2024 in the amount of $343,673.03. So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
And we have a couple of budget transfers.
Yes, we do. We have budget transfer request number 22 dated August 28th, 2024. This budget transfer is necessary to allocate additional funds for the central data equipment and capital outlay account for the town hall and the recreation center servers. So we will be taking from the contingency account $14,000 and moving it to the central data equipment and capital outlay. I'd like to make a motion to approve budget transfer request number 22. So moved.
Second?
All in favor?
Aye. Our second budget adjustment request, number 23, effective date August 28, 2024. This budget adjustment is necessary to allocate additional funds for the Alpine Water and Admin contractual account, excuse me, for the generator and water tank repairs and design. I'd like to increase the appropriated fund balance by
Your mic is cut out again.
$33,467. Decrease the water administration equipment and capital outlay by $8,033, and increase the water administration contractual by $41,500. I'll make a motion to approve budget adjustment request number 23. So moved.
Second?
All in favor?
Aye.
All right, Sean.
Okay, first item, we have a request from Ms. Mary Chartreux of our building department. We had previously approved a request from her to allow some flexing of her workday within the time frame of 8 a.m. to 5:30 p.m., still maintaining a 35-hour work week and ensuring coverage of the office. I don't believe there's been any concerns with that existing arrangement.
Been working fine.
And so we initially set it as a 6-month trial. She's asking that we consider extending that by an additional 6 months. So considering that, I think it's great that we can work to, it was for some child care issues that Mary was having. She's an exceptional employee. I'd like to make a motion that we extend that initial approval to April 27th of 2024.
Second.
All in favor? Aye.
Yeah, because it was, she's asking
Oh,
for a
extending
12-month
from
extension from the original. Yeah.
Date of October.
So it'll go until next from our EMS administrator, we're asking for a reinstatement of John Nickisher, who is an EMT for the town of Patterson. He was granted a leave of absence from March through August to attend the fire academy. He's completed that and would like to now be reinstated as a part-time employee. So that's great for Mr. Nickisher. I'll make a motion, we approve that request. So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Thank you.
All right. Dorset Hollow Water District. So we are getting down to the end of the line for the design on the Dorset Hollow. We need to consider putting it out for bid. We need to get these bids awarded prior to the end of the year. So we are actually running a little short on time here to get it all done. I had put together most of the bid documents except for the technical specifications based on the assumption of the engineer had originally estimated that the cost of the building was going to be in excess of $500,000. With changes we've made, his new estimate I got today was for under $500,000. The New York State law, if your bid is over $500,000, you need to put the bid out to be awarded to 4 prime contractors: electrical, HVAC, plumbing, and general construction. If it's under, and it usually is a considerable savings if it's one contractor, you don't have to put it out to 4 primes. You can put it out to just 1 prime. There's some issues we need to resolve with that. I need to talk to the town attorney a little bit. But the bid documents hopefully will be ready to go by next week.
Which I lost audio on you again.
Sounds like it's coming through fine here.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm not sure what's going on. So just so everybody knows why we're getting down to crunch time is we submitted for the State Health Department approval on, an extension of a distribution line and a few minor changes to a building a year ago. And as of 2 weeks ago, when he came back from his 3-week vacation, he gave us a whole nother list of comments. So
That's from state.
this is from the state. So it's going to be over a year before we get the approvals from New York State.
Who at the state? Do you remember the gentleman's name? All right.
Yes, they do. Anyway, so that is, you hear me now?
Yes.
I don't know. So short of this is that I'm asking the board to authorize putting this out for bid as soon as we can get the bid documents together. And I'll do that in the form of a motion. I'd like to have a second.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
All right.
Aye.
So I will work with the town clerk and we will get this out as soon as we possibly can.
Okay.
The next one is the generator bids. Every 2 years, they come up, they're due, and we put them out for bid to make sure we're getting the best price we're getting, and that bid document is all ready to go. So I'd like to make a motion that we authorize the town clerk to advertise for the bid for preventative maintenance, repair, and emergency service of standby generators. So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
All right, and I will defer my executive session, which has to do with contract negotiations, to the end of the meeting. Mary?
I have only one, request for the Patterson Recreation Center from Mr. Matt Chabarro. This is a new hire. I'd like to make a motion to hire Connor Murphy as the recreation assistant for the Town of Patterson Recreation Department at the rate of $13 per hour. So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Peter?
I have a building department request for refund. It's Anthony Acosta on May 23rd, 2024. Made a payment in the amount of $225, was processed for application of construction of the deck. On August 14th, the homeowner submitted a request to withdraw his permit as he was involved in a serious accident and is unable to move forward with construction at this time. I would like to approve this with the board's consent for a refund of $150, $75 of that is non-refundable. So moved.
Second?
All in favor?
Aye. My second is for a conference request, and it's, the name of the conference meeting is, I think it's compliance?
Compliance is a
Compliance
company.
Alliance. Hmm?
No, it's Compliance.
Compliance is our
Okay.
insurance company.
Oh, Comp Alliance Conference. It's going to be at Bolton Landing in New York, upstate New York, and that's for Sue Brown in the amount of $223.78. I make a motion that we approve this. So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Other business? Town board member have any other business? You're up.
Okay, looks like we have the 2024 schedule of public seasonal influenza vaccine clinics hosted by the Putnam County Department of Health. They're offering these flu vaccine residents to residents of Putnam County 18 years of age and older. They are a drive-through flu shot clinic. We have the first location will be at the Putnam County Department of Health on Monday, September 23rd, between the hours of 2 and 6 p.m. Wednesday, October 9th, at the Garrison Fire Department. They do not have a drive-through available there, but however, they will be there in Garrison from 2 to 6 p.m. And Monday, October 21st, at the Putnam County Department of Health on Geneva Road in Brewster from 2 to 6 p.m. They will have a drive-through. The cost will be $30. 65 and older or with a Medicare card is free. Appointments are required, so please make sure that you get that appointment made, because I'm sure that they will be filling up and possibly running out of flu shots. Good. Thank you.
All right, any other board member have anything they wish to bring up at this time?
Yes, can we order new microphones?
Touche, Mary, touche.
Just thought I'd
All
ask.
right, at this point,
You were
we'll open it
compared to
up to
Hamptons before.
public recognition for anyone joining us here tonight. If they have any comments or questions for the board, if you would approach the mic, give your name and address for the record. Paul, did that come through okay? Yeah, all right. Scott?
Evening all, Scott Seaman, Town of Southeast. Just wanted to give an update. The schools are opening next week on Tuesday. We would remind everybody that our children will be on the roads again in the buses, and all the buses are equipped with cameras. So please be safe, think of the children when you're out there driving, and just realize that when you leave in the morning, the yellow buses are back. School starts on Tuesday. Tomorrow is the convocation at the school, which will be on our brand new turf field, which thanks to the blessing of the community has been completed. They did it over the summer, so they're actually ahead of schedule on one item. The first turf field is done and in place, and that way the full football season and all the related training and events can go on. The rest of the work is still going ahead, which will plod through, and as you've seen, getting things approved from New York State does take a long time. So there's a number of items we're still waiting on, and we'll just give updates as we go. But as always, we thank the community for their support.
Thank you.
Thank you, Scott.
Thank you.
Anyone else have any comments or questions for tonight? All right, we will turn to our audience joining us by Zoom. If anybody joining us by Zoom has any comments or questions, if you would unmute, state your name and address for the record.
Motion to go into executive session.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Thank you all for coming.